Hello and welcome to the Chai Tea Tai Chi web show. I am joined by the illustrious Dane Dormio, who is the founder of Chai Tea Tai Chi and Martial Energetics. And I am Andrew Brown. So today we're going to be talking about what do you want to not lose the ability to do? So Dane, why don't you kick us off and just tell us how you're doing today?
I am doing excellent and enjoying another day with wonderful energy from Qigong.
Good, good. And how is your range of motion these days?
Well, it's probably better than it's been in a while. I've been doing a little bit to push my boundaries in that realm, push my edges. But the important thing is, from the perspective of this question, is not so much how is my range of motion or balance or endurance, strength, etc., whatever today, but how will it be in 10, 20, 30, 50 years, however far in the future. Because the reason for asking this question, what do you want to not lose the ability to do, is I find this to be an empowering question in a certain way, which is that when there's I mean, it's the opposite of where the emphasis almost always is in fitness and self-development of all kinds. It's like, what do you not have the ability to do right now that you would like to develop the ability to do in the future? So in, like fitness training, it's like it's about getting more fit, increasing your capacity, increasing your ability. And obviously that is a finite process. It can only go on so long. Looking at from the perspective of the quality of life over your entire lifetime, what I find to be an empowering and motivating question to motivate what I do on a day-to-day basis is thinking about, what do I want to not lose the ability to do? In other words, what am I able to do right now that I want to not lose the ability to do? Because anything that you can do, if you don't do it, if you don't train to do it consistently, you will lose the ability to do it. And this is in terms of physical capacities, in terms of mental abilities, all kinds of things. So when it comes to, I mean, one of the things that we help people to do is establish a personal daily mind-body practice and energetic hygiene practice that combines breath work, meditation, and gentle exercise into a single activity. And the goal with this is not, it's not so much about like setting some target to achieve, like I'm going to be able to stand in Zhan Zhuang for 45 minutes someday, as much as it is about just using your body's full capacity that you currently have and doing that indefinitely so that you maintain the abilities that you have. And very simple things that people might take for granted, like, can you currently balance on one foot? If you can do that right now, great. That's an awesome thing. If you don't practice doing it, though, if you don't do it consistently, regularly, eventually you'll lose the ability to do that. Are you able to lift your arm above the level of your shoulder? Great. It's great if you can do that. For a lot of people, oh, it's so easy, no big deal. If you don't do that for a long enough period of time, you'll lose the ability to do it. So the approach to one way to approach Tai Chi is not as if you're trying to get somewhere, as if you're trying to strive and get somewhere in that sense, but just in the sense that you are doing something that you're going to be doing every day or almost every day for the rest of your life, and make that an enjoyable practice that adds to the quality of your life on a consistent daily basis. So that's the purpose of this question. Instead of looking at what you want to achieve, look at what you want to not lose, and design your daily practice of whatever kind with your daily routines, your habits, your rituals. Design them with that question in mind.
Yeah. I totally agree. That's why I do this warm up, and I did a video on it not too long ago, just showing how I do a warm up where I get the range of motion of all my joints. I let my whole body get loose, and I stretch myself, and it's just a very simple 5-minute thing, but it a lot of people really enjoy that range of motion. And the range of motion we show in there it's very simple, but it's also very important. If you can't do those things, it's really, as you get older, it gets tougher and tougher. So you really want to make sure you have good range of motion, good strength, flexibility, and try to maintain that as long as you can. Some really basic movements that I highly recommend. Every single time I teach basic Tai Chi, we always end up doing squats as deep as we can, and then coming right back up, keeping all your weight in the heels. This is a movement that I think is really good for the whole body. Stretches the spine. It just rolls all the organs, and it actually puts some strain on your legs. If you do 50 of them, great. You're gonna be really strong. So I do about 100 almost every day. So 100 squats every day is really good for you, and if you can do that for many, many years, you will have really strong legs.
Yeah, and the beauty of that movement is of just using the legs to lower to lower the weight of the body to change levels. Is that that's something that we do so many times throughout the day. From getting up to lying down or standing up or getting in or out of a car or picking things, lifting things, and if you, it's apart from the benefit of training it, if you don't do it, if it's something that you do consistently, but you do with inefficient mechanics, it'll wear your body down over time. So training yourself to do it properly and ingraining the efficient body movement into your neurology also extends the lifetime, the quality of your movement throughout your lifetime.
Yeah, you don't want to let the squat go onto your toes, because now you're bending your knees instead of lowering your body and sitting, and it puts a lot of pressure on your knees. So yeah, there's a lot of little variables that happen when you don't do the proper posture. Well, there was a great move that we did this Saturday, actually, in the Tai Chi class. So we start hands above our head, and then we just let the right hand move forward and the left hand fall backward. Turn the hips, and then come down to the sides, and then come the other direction. Turn the hips, and back up. So this is full shoulder range, and you get a coordination of uniting your body to let the pendulum motion flow through. But as you can see, this is a long shoulder rotation. So a lot of people, some of my elderly students definitely, they can't do this. They can, get it here, and then they have to cockeye, and they have to roll it over because their shoulders are out of whack after so many years.
Yeah, the full range of motion, whatever range of motion you have, is it's great to increase it if you can, but at least focus on maintaining it, not losing it. Whatever range of motion you have is a gift, and none of us have nearly the range of motion that we did when we were babies. As adults, if only we we're
for rubber bands. It's not fair.
if only our environment nurtured us and supported us in maintaining that level of range of motion that we have when we're babies. But the best you can do is with what you have is just make sure that you're not losing your range of motion. Make sure that you're maintaining it by moving through the full thing on a regular, consistent basis. And if you look at it from that perspective, it's Tai Chi isn't something for old people. It's the younger you start, the better, because that's where your kind of your age is going to be kind of locked in a sense, almost from whatever age or physical level of physical fitness you are when you begin practicing. That's what you can aim to maintain with your practice. So the earlier you start it, the sooner you start it, the better. And when you always do something, there never comes a time at which it's just, oh, I'm too old to do that anymore. It's just something you do every day. Like for me, I grew up in a house with stairs, and as a kid, I always figured, walking up the stairs, it just makes it take longer. I didn't like going upstairs, so why walk and take 2 or 3 times longer? I can just run, and it'll be over faster. And so I actually enjoy it now, but when there's stairs, I always run up them. I always run down them. I've always done it ever since I was a kid. I imagine I always will. I can't imagine why I would stop as long as I'm doing it every day. Your body's going to adapt to the demands that you make on it. So the earlier you start, and the better shape you're in. This is not just for rehabilitating injuries or overcoming the results of bad habits, of years of bad habits. It's like the better shape you're in when you start, the better level of fitness you'll be able to maintain, and the further you'll be able to advance.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, like we were doing earlier, standing on one leg, that's a really big deal. A lot of people can't stand on one leg for more than a few seconds because they just stop practicing balance exercise. They stop doing anything that requires them to stand on one leg. While sitting down at a desk, sitting down on the couch, laying down on our bed, sitting down for dinner, you don't have to do anything standing up anymore.
Yeah, and that's a perfect example too, because for one thing, there are lots of opportunities to practice that. Like, maybe not recommended to do it while you're in the shower, but like when you're putting on shoes or getting dressed, you have the option of using something, or you can challenge yourself to actually do it standing on one leg, which is just a way to work that into your day. And in terms of longevity, what did you say?
I tie my shoe when I hold up my leg and I tie my shoes.
Yeah, exactly. It's a perfect opportunity every time you do that. And in terms of longevity, especially for people over age 55 or 60, falls become an increasingly larger risk. So one of the best things you can do to maintain your health, your mobility, your independence when you're
Be soft and round. Be soft and round as you can. And it's really easy.
Yeah, especially on a nice padded floor. But the more you maintain your ability to like pick up a foot and place it down deliberately and specifically, and minimize the likelihood of falling, that's one of that alone is just a huge health and longevity benefit, especially for older people. So if you can do it now, great. Keep doing it, so you don't lose the ability.
Definitely. All right, Dane. So where can we get more information about this stuff?
Yeah, well, join our online learning community. Also, obviously, and also something about that I wanted to mention too, related to one leg balance. There's a process, the daily dose of Qigong. It's a 15 to 20 minute process that I developed because it was kind of a basic set of movements that I would want to maintain. If I did nothing else, I would just want to maintain these basic movement abilities. And it's what we teach in our online learning community, and also in the 7-day Qigong non-challenge group here on Facebook. And a buddy of mine, Mark, has been doing that daily dose of Qigong for over 6 months now. I think over 9 months now. And that was actually one of the benefits that he reported, was when he started doing these exercises, he wasn't able to balance on one leg. And now he can. He actually he can stand on one leg, but he wasn't able to do that before. So this is something that if you do it, you'll get the benefits. And so we're here to support you in developing and establishing this as a daily practice. So join our online learning community. You can find that through our website or our Facebook page. You can also find the 7-day Qigong non-challenge here on Facebook, and you can certainly reach out to us directly. We're happy to talk and answer questions and make new friends.
Definitely. Yeah, it's always great chatting with you, Dan. Thanks so much.
And if you're in San Diego, Chai Tea Tai Chi on Meetup, find us there, and we'll look forward to seeing you in person.
Yeah, definitely. So look forward to meeting you all. Have a good day. Thanks so much, Dan.
Awesome. Keep up the good work, Andrew. Look forward to talking to you next time. Bye.